want to do? You're one step ahead of me here. £17.99. There's me cut down A4. Hard work's been done for you. Hard work has been done for you. £17.99. 002515 is your item number.
I would say, Adam, I mean, if you go large with your parchment for the A4, then you have more flexibility because, as you say, you can then cut it down to size. If you start off with A5, then obviously you're restricted on the size of your piece of artwork. So I know many of our viewers at home, they'll sort of have a selection of both A4 and A5 depending on what they're working on.
Over 80% of the new and exclusive stock now has already gone.
So we can now decide, we can become our own sort of scene builder now and decide how much of this lovely scene we want to include. Okay, and what we're going to do, I'm just going to put these little bushes in, just like so. I put a couple of sheep in. Let's put give him his little legs, which I missed.
I thought it was sitting down.
It was asleep. Yeah. So when we have a look now, all of a sudden the scene starts to build up. Okay. Should we have a look at some stippling?
Yeah, I've never seen stippling.
You've never seen stippling?
Not with parchment, no.
So this is a new sort of like, as I said, for each hour we've looked at different techniques. We looked at the shadow embossing. We looked at colouring with the Dorso crayons, and now we're going to have a look at some stippling. Okay. So for that, what you're going to need, on the show we've got the 1 needle, 2 needle and 3 needle bold tools. Okay. We just need the 1 needle bold. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we need a piece of card underneath. Don't want to do it on your black mat. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to tape my parchment down using my groovy tabs, like so. Okay. I'm going to focus on the little sheep by using the little winder within the aperture of the groovy guard. And I'm going to take the 1 needle bold and I'm going to start stippling. Okay. So what we're doing now is we're adding texture, and I'm not stabbing the parchment that it's going to perforate it. All I'm doing is just tapping.
So you're not making an actual hole?
Not making a hole. It's literally, you're just taking the tool and you're just tapping the parchment. Okay. And what you can do, it gives this sort of effect of the fluffiness. Okay. And this is a great technique on if you're doing fluffy birds as well. And it's quite, you just get into the tapping. You just keep going. You need to make sure you stay within the sheep itself.
Does help.
Otherwise he looks as if he's sort of got a bit some stray wool. Yes. This is great. But as I say, you're not stabbing the parchment, you're just tapping it. So if you're worried about going over the edge, just use...
Could you use the 2 needle?
Not
for bigger projects, no?
Because the 2 needle would be too uniform, if you know what I mean. And it's easier just with a 1 needle tool, because what you can do, you can also create sort of like shading effects. So if you concentrated in one area more, it will intensify the whiteness. So you could try this on flowers, on leaves, to get a different effect as well.
You're going to need the 1 needle, 2 needles and 4 needle, £26.97. Throw them in with your flexible payments if I was you, with your dies.
And then these just sort of build up. And all you're going to do is just carry on. But it's not, as I say, it's not... Let me show you the difference. If you go on really, really heavy with the tool, so if you're going slow as well, and I'm now, you can see the parchment jumping.
Oh, you can hear it.
And you can see it. So all I'm doing is tapping. Okay. So we'll just go back in and we'll just add a little bit more. Okay. Just like that. So now when I turn this over...
Oh, look at that.
See how you've got your fluffy lamb or sheep?
Look, he's got a beard. Look, a big smile.
See, and then
so
you
this,
just
we could use
carry
this
it.
for snow.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like this technique.
So you just keep going in, but it's not going through parchment. And if you wanted to enhance it a little bit, if you didn't want to give that a go, then just take a white pencil.
Cool, let me bring in the details for pencils as well. These have been very, very busy.
And then you can just put some white behind there, and we turn it around. So you can see the two different sort of comparisons. It depends on the effect that you want to get. And also last night when we was looking at the shadow embossing, we showed that how you could use it with the ball tools, but also with the pencils as well to create that lovely effect.
Love this. £26.99 if you want to go for the pencils as well. You've got your watercolors in there, and you've also got your basic pencils. There's nothing basic about them, though. Nothing basic about them. Let me stress that now. 418768 is your item number. Brother, we've got about 6 minutes. Anything else you want to show me?
Yeah, absolutely. So should we have a look at some colour? Maybe you're tuning in, and some of our lovely viewers have just bought the starter kit
Yes.
during this hour. Maybe it's the first time of watching. So let's have a look at putting some grass down.
Okay.
Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with our Pergoliner pencils, and within that collection you've got 20 of what we call a B pencil, that has white writing on it, and they're a wax-based pencil. Okay. You then get 20 of our watercolour pencils. All I'm going to do now, okay, don't panic, Adam, all I'm going to do, I'm going to scribble over the colouring in the sheep as well.
You've just coloured all the sheep green.
Yeah, we've now got green sheep, environmentally friendly. Okay. I've even gone on the flowers. Okay. But I'm not worried. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take our spot-on sponge and some Dorso oil that comes in the colouring accessories kit. Okay. And then we've got choices. For larger areas, what we're going to do is I'm going to take a tissue.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to fold it into a square. We just keep making it smaller and smaller. Now, I learned something new the other day, which I haven't tried myself yet.
Okay.
During one of our Groovy Tuesday episodes, there's a lovely lady called Pat Hoskins, who has been doing parchment craft for many, many years. And we was looking at the Dorso crayons, and I was just taking the crayons and just scribbling on like I did with the pencil, and then using the tissue to do what we're doing now. Okay, so you can see the comparison between it. And during the conversation of Groovy Tuesday, Pat was telling me that another technique that they used to use to cover larger areas was using cotton wool balls and an old pair of tights. Okay.
Okay.
So what they did, you could use a cotton wool ball because obviously it's absorbent and it's soft to spread the colour, but obviously it would then start to fluff and disintegrate onto the work. So they used an old pair of tights to wrap around the cotton wool ball to hold it, to stop it shedding.
That's clever.
Now I haven't had a chance to give it a go because I need to find some of these old tights that I can use. Okay.
I've got a couple of pair when I used to be Peter Pan.
So what we're going to do now, so if I turn this over, you can see we've got our green sheep. In the colouring accessories kit, we have our eraser pencil. What we're going to do now is remove there. And I can take the colour
back out again.
Back out of the flowers. So if you're looking to do larger areas quite quickly, then this is a great technique, but don't be scared about sort of staying within the lines.
Just do the large area and then
just
you
do
can
the
take
large
it out
area
again.
and then remove it. Take a brush and just get rid of the dust. Okay. And this is the same as with our coloured parchment. You can take the colour out of there as well.
Loving this. You're loving it too. If you want to go for the Colouring Essentials kit, £17.99. Most of you are throwing that into your baskets as well. Changing back to, look how different that looks.
So you can see now, I mean, I put it on white card just so that you can see. So we've now got our white sheep back in place, and we've got the lovely filled in green.
Last live hour for your new and exclusive. I don't know if I mentioned